Hi everyone. In this video, let us talk about HTML. HTML stands for Hypertext Markup Language. It is a standard language used to create and design the structure of web pages. If we try to break down this hypertext markup language means it's a way to mark or label content so the browser knows how to display it. Use tags like suppose h1 tags, heading content, and p paragraph, and like this is something like a web page will display it. So it helps display like text, images, links, forms, tables, etc. And then hypertext means it refers to text that contains the links to other text of web pages, example like this. And so this HTML works along with like CSS and also JavaScript. CSS for styling and JavaScript for the behavior. So here one example HTML page, it just looks like doc type HTML and HTML opening and closing, and there is head inside this title and body and h1 p1 tags. So in simple words, HTML tells the browser what to show and where to show it in the web pages. So now let us try to create one simple HTML page. For this, I'm just creating an text document, that is anything you can take, and just open it. And here just type your very simple this HTML page, and do save it. While you are saving is you need to save it with the extension as HTML. After you saved it, you can view, you just click double tap, so then you can see the page hello world. This is my first web page, and if you want to open it, you can open with again edit with notepad, or I prefer edit with notepad++. So now you can see this is the document. You can edit here, suppose my first page, and the reflection, that is the result you can see here. Suppose you want to change this hello world, then your hello world, and you can add like content welcome. So you just do save it, and you can see that will if you refresh, that will reflect here. So let's try to understand some few basic topics here. The first, like as we discussed, HTML is nothing but is a hypertext markup language. Is a standard language used to create web pages. It structures the content, like you can see text, images, videos, links you see in a basically in the browser, whatever you browser. I'm using Chrome browser here. And then here first, what is the meaning by element? Here an HTML element is a piece of web page. It's made using tags and contents. So here basically the tag means here you can see the h1 opening tag and closing tag h1. It is nothing but the tags tells the browser how to display the content. Suppose here the h1 is like heading, so you can see hello world and welcome is kind of heading. And you can see this tag title opening and closing. This title will say my first page, that is a title. Here you can see it. And then so p is actually a paragraph. So you can see this is my first web page that you can see here. And yeah, it's not mandatory like every tag you need to open and close. Suppose you can use like a beer, so it's just to print the new line. So suppose you want to copy this same thing and you want to paste it. Now this is my next web page. Then you can see you need to save it, and you can see here if you refresh, it's going to the next line. And so basically this complete itself, it's an HTML element. The HTML element is a piece of web page where it will have like anything. Suppose this complete the line is like HTML element. It's an opening tag and closing tag and some content. So so then the tag tells us browser how to display content. These are the tags p h1, all these things. And there is a one more thing called attribute. So let us discuss about something about attribute. The attribute is nothing but attribute gives an extra information about an element. They go inside an opening tag and can say, suppose if you want to add any image, suppose you want to add some image, you can just right click on the image and you can copy that image address, and you can just paste that address in the image. And here src is a attribute that gives image location. And here again there is another alt, that is an attribute that gives alternative text. If the image is not there, then it will say it. So we'll saving it and we'll see it now. If you go there, so if I refresh the page, I can able to see that image here. So here let us quickly understand each things. Let's remove this image. Now first thing is like here the doc type html, this is called doc type declaration. It tells the browser this is an html document. It should always be first line in your html file, and there will be html opening and closing tags. This is a root element of an html page. All other tags must be inside this. And there is also a head, opening and closing. So this head contains the information about the page, like this is the title. You can see there is also, you can also add like script or link to css or any meta information. It doesn't show anything on the page itself. It's things will show first on the like title or title. You can see it's my first page. Now you want to see the like my beginning page you want to see, then you can see you are then you can see like it's my first page. If you refresh, coming to my beginning page. And yeah, some things like title, we set the title of the web page. Title appears on the browser tab. And there is also called body. This contains everything that is visible on the web page. So whatever we are able to see on here, right, this is nothing but inside the body. So this contains everything that is visible on the web page. There will be text, there will be images, there will be buttons, there will be forms, etc. So now here h1 hello world. H1 is a heading tag. There are like levels of h1, h2, h3 is biggest to small. You can use this displays that content. And p is the first. This is a stands for paragraph, displays the block of text in normal size. And yeah, you can use p. And there is also one more thing called div. There is a thing called like div. What is you suppose if you want something in something information together, so you can use the then that time like this div stands for division. Is used to group the elements together. Suppose we often use div with the css to style or position groups of elements. So here, yeah, html is nothing but first language to create web pages. Element is there, a full html component. And tags is there, instructions like ph1 div. Attributes are there, like suppose you can see uh, in the image src or something. There is also one attribute id will discuss. And doc type is there, title is there, paragraph is there, heading is there. So these are the some of the things just to begin. There is an one thing called id. Like the id attribute we can use like in the opening page itself. Suppose any element in the opening page itself, the attribute, you can use that id and some value. So what id attribute is used to, like it's a uniquely identify html element of the web page. Why? Because the value of id must be unique across entire page. We can use why unique, the each element has unique id. Why we are using id? Because when we are using like css, so we can use this id, or we need to access or manipulate something using javascript, we can use this id. So yeah, so basically these are the like use cases of the id. Id is uniquely identifies an element and may be used in css, javascript, internal links. So, so now let us continue our discussions with more other topics in HTML. The first thing like we can discuss here like links, like you can see here. Hey, href, and this is a link and something this is a link to actually one website scaler. It's a learning platform. So what is its purpose is used to link one page to another or to external websites. So here a is a anchor tag, and this href is like a hyperlink reference url to link to, and text inside the tags is what users click. And then so if I open this, if you click on if I refresh it, you can see the scalar. If I click on this, you can uh, redirect to the scalar page. Now let us discuss about the list in html. Html has two main types of list. One is like order list, ol. So that is here, so you can see like first item, second item, third item. And there is also a thing in ol. Instead of ol we have ul, that is a unordered list, and other things. So you can just able to see this list here, like first item, second item, and third item. There is also other concept in html, like tables, where we can have table uh, tag, open table and close, and there will be tr is a table row, and there is a th table header, and td table data. So now, basically, let us discuss very important topic called form. The form is actually here. The form is used to collect user input. When a user fills the out the form and clicks submit, the browser can send this data to server. For example, like it's a JavaScript. You can say here the form. Here the form is a starts. This tag starts a form. It usually contain inputs and like labels and buttons. So here the label, nothing but labels defines a label for input field. It improves accessibility. So here the fur is fur, like I said, for this, it should match the like id, something like id. Every element has id that it can match, and it connects the label to the input. And we have input tag. So the type here, like it's like text, accepts the plain text, and the id is like name, unique identifier. And here required is something called like validation. You can put it like email, or if it is a number, you can take min and max size, anything. And similarly, you can see the age field. I took like required minimum 18, then only it accept. You don't need closing tags for input. The also that's fine. Then we have submit button. When you submit the form, when clicked, so it just sends the data. So here form, you can write here like there's something called action, you can send to where you want to send. So you can see this form. The form is here, name, age. Name can be like Ashok, and age, if you enter to all, it's and email something. If you enter like submit, it will show not valid, so you need to enter above 90. That's we gave validation. So yeah, you can submit the data. So similarly, there is also another form, that is registration. Yeah, usually we have, these are very popular, right? Like login forms and registration forms. So something registration form also you can do is like everything I put, you can put in like div. And here so this one is actually more user friendly, because we have placeholders. And you can see here the difference between first and is like mainly placeholder. Also there is a spacing br, you can use for spacing. And one more mistake here, like suppose here I use the id email, again here use id email, you should not use duplicate ids here. That's one thing. And then the summary is like the same, it's a form, wraps input element from submission, there's a label, and there's input, and required is a validation, a placeholder, just add ins inside the input box. And button, there is a submit button. So let's try to check this. So this is the one, enter your name here, and enter your email, and enter your 28. And yeah, when you click submit, you can enter the data. So yeah, basically HTML is very important if you're starting a front-end development. First, learn what is HTML, how to create HTML file, and how to open it in a browser. Then understand the structure of the HTML page, like doc type, HTML head, body, all this tag. Then after start learning elements like headings, h1, paragraph, and understand the attributes like href, src, alt, id, and then practice how to add images, make lists, and create tables. And finally, one of the most important topics is like forms for things like sign in and sign up, registration, etc. If you can able to do that, you are almost done with the html. After this, you can move to a css, where you will learn how to style your page using the like style tag or external files. Then slowly jump to javascript and frames like angular. So yeah, html is like first step